again, part 2, I guess, of the gifts and call of Yahuwah are irrevocable, Romans 11:29. And I'm going to tell you the truth. My nephew wrote a book. I'm like, hey, yeah, nephew. I'm in the process of the reading, and it's called Breaking Free, but I can't verify or anything like that because I'm in the process of reading it. I'm just starting, but it's good so far. I appreciate it. And we were just texting along, and Yahuwah reminded me, he said it started strongly with my mother, but it also goes back a few people, but my mother, and she had a lot of rejection and hurt and stuff from her family. She's like the pillar in the middle of the tent that hold the whole thing up, and they were just beating on that pillar. And so she developed bitterness and mental illness and unforgiveness and all this other crap that we're working on. And these are the things that tried to get me. The same demon that was on my mother's back that got her was the same one that got on my back when I was in college. But the thing with me was, since I was a baby, Yahuwah took me out. He talked to me and he taught me things. He told me, leave that alone. Yeah, I want you to try this. Yeah, sometimes he just let me do things. And he would ask me questions like, you sure you want to do that? And how did it make you feel after you got the consequences of that? And things like that. Okay? Relationship. He was patient with me. And there's some things he told me at 6 that I'm just now getting at 46, that I'm trying to teach my children now, by living a life as well as speaking. And so then when I see my nephew and he's talking about leaving a legacy of change and a legacy of power and authority, it encourages me, because I worked hard on my family, but it was like that cognitive dissonance. Yahuwah he told me to go, just go. And I would come in and out, but I couldn't stay in that place because a lot of my things was held down because of the cognitive dissonance that I had. So having them mount on there, it was too much. So why am I saying this? Because just like Abraham in the Bible, his father went to that land first, and he was going his way toward the promised land, but he stopped somewhere. And then Yahuwah had to say, Abraham, I want you to go. And because Abraham was willing to take that call, yeah, he messed up along the way, but he was willing to take that call. That is why it passed down to the generation. Yahuwah calls each and every family member, each and every person. But someone has to say, no, the buck stops here. There was a picture somebody sent me. It says the enemy kept trying to run into it, and it was the hands with chains, and it says, until he ran into me. Somebody had to choose to be the stopper and say no. Because he said the wicked 3 and 4 generations. But if the second generation still doing what the first generation doing, it keeps going. But he said to 1,000 generations to the righteous. What? Is more power in choosing his way and his will? And the power that comes in, so the work I'm doing, I'm okay, because yeah, he's gonna help me and prosper me and support me in this work. But the next generation, they're gonna tear down a lot more than I did, because they're building on that strong, wonderful foundation that was set. And he promised me one day my mother's going to sing a beautiful song of worship and praise that will cause deliverance and freedom to millions of people. So to everybody who is fighting this good fight, keep going. Let Yahuwah use you to break off those things that the enemy has tried to do, those contracts, those chains, and that evil that he has tried. let him set you free. He promised to make you holy. Deuteronomy 28:9. He promised. Take him at his word, because his word don't return into him void. He even became flesh. Till next time, Yahuah loves you. Accept his love. I love you. Other people love you. Accept our love. Love yourself. And of course, earn your own throne. Shalom.